At my parents' anniversary party, I was forced to be seated in the garage. Dad said, "It's just for extended family." I looked around. Everyone else had a seat, even my cousin who stole from them. So I picked up my gift, turned around, and said, "Extend this." Mom ran after me, in front of everyone. Here's what nobody knew. That gift was the deed to their lake house. I'd been paying the property taxes for 4 years, $9,200 out of my own pocket. They didn't know because they never asked. I found the lien notice in the trash one day and just handled it, the way I always handle everything. I'm the older daughter, 31. I work in property management, which means I understand paperwork, deadlines, and what happens when you ignore official mail from a county assessor. My parents call my sister when they want to talk. They call me when something needs doing. I've been that person since I was a teenager. The one who figures out the insurance claim, calls the contractor back, knows where the documents are because I'm the one who filed them. Nobody assigned me that role. It just happened the way these things do, quietly, until one day, it's simply who you are. So when Mom mentioned the anniversary party in January, I already knew what that meant. I started older, 40 guests. Dad pushed it to 52 because he wanted the whole old office there. I found a venue, negotiated the catering, sourced a florist, $60 under per table. Drove Grandma to the walkthrough because her knee had been bad and she doesn't like asking for rides. 4 months of work. The kind of party where the photos look like a magazine and nobody wonders how it got there. The lake house thing started 3 years ago. I was visiting my parents and saw a piece of mail on top of the recycling bin. County assessor. I almost left it. Then I picked it up. 2 years of unpaid property taxes on the cabin. A lien had already been filed, 6 weeks to the deadline. I didn't say anything to my parents. I already knew how that conversation would go. Dad, defensive. Mom, anxious. Nothing resolved except the mood. So I called the county myself, set up a payment plan, paid the back balance in installments, then kept paying current taxes forward so it wouldn't happen again. $9,200 total. I have every receipt. I sent my dad a certified letter after the lien cleared, documented everything, return receipt requested. He never called to acknowledge it. The cabin has been in our family since I was a kid. My grandfather built a dock on it that made a slow sound in low water. Every good memory from my childhood has that lake in the background. I wasn't going to let it get seized over something I could fix. For the gift, I had it all prepared. Paid in full certificate, payment records, a short card explaining what I'd done, put everything in an envelope and brought it to the party. Dad walked me to the garage 20 minutes before guests arrived. Casual, like he was showing me where to put a coat. Folding chair against the workbench, snowblower to my left, paint cans to my right, one fluorescent bulb that buzzed when it warmed up. Just for extended family, he said. Then he went back to his gold chair at table 1. I stood in the doorway and looked into the garden, the tables I'd booked, the linens I'd chosen, the centerpieces that came in under budget. My cousin Derek already seated at table 1. Derek, who took Grandma's bracelet in 2021 and told everyone it was a loan. Cloth napkin, full place setting, view of the garden. I had a flat tire leaning against the wall. I sat down, put the envelope on my lap, listened to the playlist Start Outside, the one I'd made, and thought about the lien notice in the trash and the 6 weeks and the $9,200 and the certified letter nobody acknowledged. 8 minutes. That's how long before something in me went quiet in a different way than usual. I stood up and walked through the breezeway into the garden. Not fast, not slow. Past the bar, past the florist arch, past table 1 where Dad was already holding a glass. I didn't look at him. Mom caught me at the gate. Heels on flagstone. "You always understand," she said. "People are arriving. Just come back inside." I held up the envelope so she could see it. "Extend this." I got in my car. She stood at the gate and watched me pull out. She didn't follow. 2 weeks later, Dad called. New overdue assessment on the cabin. County infrastructure fee due in October. Missed deadline, penalty applied. He wanted me to handle it. I let it go to voicemail. He called the next morning. I let that one go too. I still have the envelope. Haven't decided what to do with it. Maybe nothing. Some gifts don't need to be opened to do their job. The cabin is still standing. The dock still makes that sound in low water. I know because I drove out there last week and stood on it for a while. It cost me $9,200 to keep it in the family. Nobody's called to say thank you.